At this time, may the peace of y'all come upon you when you learn to obey him, brothers and sisters. At this time, I got to do a very important video. It's very important for each and every one of you, the prophet vision. And I titled it the prophet vision because we have many people claiming to have visions and dreams, the prophesying, falsehood. So we're going to cover these things, and I got quite a few scriptures to cover and many things to talk about, brothers and sisters. That is to the utmost important to show you some things. We're going to start off with the book called Lamentations, because Lamentations is very important, brothers and sisters. The writer. And if you do your study on this book called Lamentations, you're going to see the ones they call themselves the scholars truly don't know who the writer is. Some say it's Yeremiah, the prophet, because during the time of the temple scenario, it was similar. See, in both times, the nation of Yada was the party, the nation that was in the land. During the first temple, when Babylon came in and destroyed, and during the last temple, the second temple, when the Greeks came in to destroy. Yes, Roman Greek, the European people of the north, west came in and destroyed. Yada was dead, brothers and sisters. But the difference you got to see, and we're going to read these scriptures, is that when Babylon came in, the nation of Yada was taken to Babylon, into exile, into captivity for 70 years. But the last time, when the second temple was there, and when the European people came in, they were scattered eventually throughout the whole earth. So when we read the writings of Lamentations, these are things to look for, so you know what time period this was talking about. So we're going to go get in there, and I'm going to let you decide for yourself. I might point these things out to you as well. But this is not my main point of this message. But the main point of the message is we do not have prophets at this time. And you're going to see that. There's going to come a time again we're going to have prophets and prophetess in our nation. But not right now. Because of the prophets, you're going to see. That's why we are in exile today, brothers and sisters, because they was prophesying falsehood. Instead of the warning of the people to turn to Yah and serve Yah, they would do otherwise, and you can see that. So let's get into this message, brothers and sisters. I'm going to cover quite a few things. You can see quite a few things. I hope I can cover it all in this video. If not, I'm going to continue on bringing it forth. Because there's a lot of wonderful things, messages I want to share with you to show you the words of Yah, that you will draw near to Yah and reverence him in great fear and trembling and care to honor him. So with that, brothers and sisters, let's go into this message at this time. I'm going to cover this from this other translation. Then I'm going to get back to the Living Bible translation. But first, I want to show you something that's very important. I'm going to point something out to you right here. So we're going to start off in chapter 1 of Lamentations in verse 3. See right here, say Yada, they got Judah, but it's actually Yada has gone into exile under affliction. See? Under great trouble. Right here. And see, it's and to give you a reference right here, the translation gave 13:19. Also, you can look at 40, showing that we was exiled into Babylon, not into all the earth, for the 70 years of punishment. And all the people, you can see, if you read chapter 40 of Yeremiah, all the people of our Yada nation did not get taken there. Some was left to serve as governors and other functions that Babylon did not want to take. So, because they submitted to Babylon, so they were left, but the rest was taken to Babylon to serve the 70 years. And many died in that 70-year time period of our nation. So remember all these type of things like that, brothers and sisters. So you better know who was the writer of Lamentations. You might not get his name, but you'll know it wasn't Remiah the prophet. So keep that in mind. Because in Remiah the prophet time, the whole nation did not get taken. Every single brother and sister went exiled. Some they retained for the purpose to serve Babylon. Like Yah was telling them, if they submit to Babylon, they wouldn't be taken. But a lot of people didn't submit. They didn't believe because of the false prophets again. That's why you really talk much about the false prophets, turning the people of Yah and keeping them from returning to Yah. So keep that in mind. So let's read it. It said, Yah has gone into exile under affliction and under harsh servitude. See? It's a harsh servitude. They got great servitude. She dwells among the nations. See right there? See what that say? Right here, it says she dwells among the nations. That's not just talking about Babylon itself. Even though Babylon, when the Babylon had a kingdom, they were ruler over, we got to keep that in mind as well, over many different nations. Around that east hemisphere. That was their kingdom. So right here it says, in harsh servitude and dwell among the nations, but she has found no rest. And all her pursuers, see, all those who came after her have overtaken her. In the midst of distress, see, in the midst of her troubles, all the ones that pursued her has overtaken her. See, this one, this one, you're going to see when I get to verse, chapter 3, has witness. The one that wrote this song witnessed all these things. It's all her pursuers have overtaken her in the midst of distress, in the midst of her troubles, see. The roads of Zion are in mourning because no one comes to the appointed feast, see. So I want to stop right here. I'm going to go and read all this again from another translation. But I want to point out this word appointed feast, because also in Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 18. Since captivity, it said we should be mourning for the appointed times, because we are out of the land and unable to keep them until we return home. But right here it says, see, the road of Zion are mourning because no one comes to the appointed feast. See, in Zion. So take these things to heart, brothers and sisters. So right here, I'm reading from the Living Bible, brothers and sisters. I just want to show you the cover. The Living Bible, paraphrase translation. So keep that in mind. So right here, in chapter 1, verse 3, we're going to start off with again. It said, why is Yah led away, a slave, because of all her wrongs she did to others, making them her slaves. See that? So we covered the history of our people. See, the one that wrote this knew all of these things. So it's giving you the why right here. So it says, why is Yah led away? It's telling you why, so you'll know our history. A slave because of all her wrong she did to others. See, show that she did wrong to others. So we got to know our history, what our ancestors done, the people of our nation, making them her slaves. See, she made others her slaves. So keep that in mind. And now she is set in exile far away. See, it's showing us we've been far away. There is no rest for those she persecuted, have turned and conquered her. See, the one our people persecuted now turned and conquered our nation. See, yada. It said the roads to Zion mourn, no longer filled with joyous throngs who come to celebrate the temple feast. You see that? The appointed time, the appointed feast that Yah set on a certain point of time and years of moon that we gather together to go up to the to Yah, to Zion, to celebrate. See, that ceased. So nobody was traveling down that road because we was taken far away. So keep that in mind. The city gates are silenced. Her priests groan. Her virgins have been dragged away. Bitterly she weeps. You get that, brothers and sisters, right there. So I want to show you that part in 1. And so I'm going to cover verse 3. So meditate on these things, brothers and sisters. Why our place is still in ruins and under this condition. Right here, chapter 3, verse 1. No, chapter 3, yeah. Let me read this on 1 real quick. It said, I am the man who has seen the affliction that comes from the rod of Barah wrath. He brought me into the deepest darkness, shutting out all the light. He turned against me. Day and night, his hand is heavy on me. He has made me old and has broken my bones. See that? He has built forts against me and surrounded me with anguish and distress. He buried me in dark places like those dead. He has walled me in, and I cannot escape. He has fastened me with heavy chains. And I thought I cried and shout. He will not hear my prayers. He has shut me into the place of high, smooth walls. He has filled my paths with detours. So keep that in mind right there. I wanted to show you that, brothers and sisters, that it's very, very important. That this one witnessed, the one that wrote Lamentations, of all the things our nation was going through, brothers and sisters, at that time. I want to show you that. So I want to cover something in Lamentations chapter 3, verse 26 real quick. Give me a moment, let me get there. See, it says, my soul claims to Yah as my inheritance. Therefore, shall we go up a little bit? Let me go up a little bit. To 21. It said, yet there is one ray of hope. His compassion never ends. It is only Yah's mercy that have kept us from completely destruction. Great is the faithfulness of his loving kindness, beginning afresh each day. My soul claims Yah as my inheritance. Therefore, I will hope in him. And Yah is wonderful, righteous to those who wait for him. See, this is very important. See, he is righteous to those who wait for him. You say, I hope in him. And Yah is wonderful and righteous, or some could say beneficial to those who wait for him. Because many people, and you know that, you say you're waiting on Yah. So get this knowledge right here. Wait on him. To those who seek for him. It is righteous or beneficial both to hope and wait quietly for the salvation of Yah. I want to show you something real quick. See, it's a hope, quietly, and wait for the salvation of Yah. So now, I'll show you that. This is very important that I show you this. As I go into my message. I added this to my message dealing with the vision of the prophets because it's very important. I'm showing you some other things as well. So we all wait for Yah and we seek Yah. So we got to have that knowledge about Yah. Let me go to Isaiah chapter 11 right here. Because we hoping in Yah's salvation, as this one said, and looking and waiting for Yah's salvation. But Yah give us a sign of his salvation. Right here. So in chapter 11, Yah talk about the royal line of David will be cut off, chopped down like a tree. See? That took place in AD 70. Excuse me, not AD 70, what they call BC 587. 2,600 years ago. 2,602 years ago. According to some count. So right here it said, he will be cut off, chopped down like a tree. So 2,600 years ago that took place. From the stump will grow a shoot. Yes, the new branch from the old root, see? From the old reign. And the spirit of Yah shall rest upon him. See, the spirit of wisdom, the understanding, the counsel, and might. And all these things will rest upon this one. The spirit of knowledge, see? And the fear of Yah. And his delight will be obedience to Yah. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go to verse 10. It said, in that day, see, it's coming a day, say, in that day, he who created the royal dynasty of David, see, Yah did, will be a banner of salvation to all the world. See, so it's going to be a banner to salvation to all the world. They got sea. Let's go and look at this sea right here. See right here, say literally the root of Jesse, possibly the meaning is the heir of David royal line. See, so keep that in mind. See, from David line, this heir gonna reign and gonna lead. Right here, this is what it's showing right here in chapter 10 will be a banner of salvation. See, a sign, a banner. See, the word banner also, in some translations say ensign of salvation to all the world. Let me look at this other translation. I don't know how they have it here, but I'm going to look at it real quick. Isaiah, because I want to point out there because it's very important, because many people got many different views on this. So we're going to look at the different views from the different translations right here. 10. The chapter 11, 10 of Isaiah, in this particular translation they have. Then it will come about in that day that the nation will resort to the root of Jesse. See that? It said the nation will resort, see, gather to the root of Jesse, of David. That's what it's telling you right there. Who will stand as a signal. See, he will stand as a signal for the peoples. And its resting place will be, they got glorious. See right there? Then it got into the rest of restoring the remnant. See, right here. It's very important the remnant going to be restored. So right there, some translations show it a little different, and they changed it up a little bit to confuse you. So you wouldn't know that, and you'll be thinking it's Yah, but it's Yah was showing right there, his Messiah. The other scripture show make it even plainer, but right there, so you see, will be a sign of salvation to all the world. The nation will rally to him. You see that right there? It said the nation is even going to rally to him. When you got to know the time when he get back home. For the land where he lives will be a glorious place. It said at that time Yah will bring back. See, look right here. It said at that time Yah will bring back a remnant of his people for the second time, returning them to the land of Yashael Yah from Assyria, upper and lower, and all the different places. I'm going to skip because you see it from distant coastal lands. He will raise a flag, see, among the nations for them to rally to. He will gather the scattered Yashael Yah, see, they got Israelites from the ends of the earth. See, who will? The branch of David. Then at last, the jealousy between Yashael Yah and Yada will end, and they will not fight each other anymore. Together they will fly against the nation possessing their land on the east and on the west, and united forces to destroy them. And they will occupy Edom, Moab, and Ammon. See, right there. See, so that's showing a point of time when the Messiah is going to gather our people. Brother and sister, I had to put these things out because it's very important as this message goes on. Because a lot of people reject these things. They don't see these things. It's here a little and there a little, brothers. Line upon line, brothers and sisters. When you follow all these messages I'm bringing, you're going to see these things even plainer and plainer. So let's get to the book of Jeremiah. So I'll show you some things right there, brothers and sisters, how we're going to be scattered into the nations. And the one that wrote Lamentations, wrote about these things, the horror, the sufferings. If you read the whole book, I mean, I would let up read this whole book in its entirety one day, from chapter 1 on. because it's so potent, that lamentation, to show you so many things that took place at that point of time. Let me see. Shall I show you a little bit more, read just a little bit more Lamentation real quick. Let me just read a little bit more. I want to go to 2, because it's important information in Lamentation, brothers and sisters, that you need. The cover. I don't want to overlook nothing. So right here, I'm going to get into this right here. 2, chapter 2, and let me see what I'm going to pick back up in chapter 2, right here. In chapter 2, let me just go and cover the whole thing from 1 to 14 real quick. It's a cloud of anger from Yah has overcast Yah Shalom. See, they got Jerusalem. That's talking the capital city. The fairest city of Yashael Yah lies in the depths of the earth. Cast the heights of heaven at his command. In his days of awesome fury, he has shown no mercy even to his temple. You see that? They got right here literally his footstool. And Yah without mercy has destroyed every home in Yashael Yah. See that? In his wrath he has broken every fortress, every wall. He has brought the kingdom to the dust with all his rulers. You see that? This is talking about the second temple, brothers and sisters. When the Father completely wiped them all out. See, so this riot of Lamentation wasn't Yeremiah that some people claim. So nevertheless, let's read it. And all the strength of Yashael Yah vanished beneath his wrath. You see that? It's all the strength. He has withdrawn his protection as the enemy attacks. You see that? The rod burns across the land of Yashael Yah like a raging fire. He bends his bow against the people as though he were an enemy. His strength is used against them to kill their finest youth. His fury is poured out like a fire upon them. Yes, Yah has vanished Yashael Yah like an enemy. He has destroyed her forts and palaces. Sorrows and tears are in his portion for Yah Shalom. He has violently broken down his temple as though it were a booth of leaves and branches in the garden. No longer can the people celebrate their Kodesh feast. You see that? When he broke down the temple, he stopped the feast. He says no longer. See, without the temple, you cannot keep Yah feast. See, everybody lied to you, brother, that keep feast today. They lied to you. It's right there. This man witnessed and he proclaimed it. Right here it said, no longer can the people who are the people of Yah celebrate their Kodesh feasts and Sabbaths. Kings and priests together fall before his wrath. You see that? These are the words of the writer that bear record of all the things that took place during this time period. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. This took place around over 2,000 years, around 2,300 years ago. Between 2,300 years ago or around 2,100 years ago, better yet. And Yah has rejected his own altar. You see that? For he despised the false worship of his people. See, why did he reject altar? Because it was false worship. Because they brought forth unclean animals to Yah. And allowed strangers to work in the temple and come in. So it's saying he has given their palace to their enemies. See? Who carouse in the temple as Yasharelah used to do. On the days, see, they gather around the temple as Yasharelah used to do. On the days of Kodesh feast, see, we'll be going all around, linking around on the temple, hanging around, celebrating, having a wonderful time. At one time, it's saying Yah determined to destroy Yah Shalom. He laid out an unalterable line of destruction. Therefore, the ramparts and the walls fell down before him. Yah Shalom gates are useless. All their locks and bars are broken, for he has crushed them. Her kings and princes are enslaved in far off lands. You get that? Without a temple, without see, they use the word divine, but it's not of Yah law, of righteous laws to govern them. See? Or prophetic vision to guide them. See right there? No prophetic visions, all of that ceased right there. I can close the book. I don't have to go no further, but I am. To prove that we have no prophet at the time. We have no prophetic vision. So for all the prophets of old, we got to go back to and follow. We try and obey the words of Yah and get back in line with Yah. All that the prophets of old shown us and left us. That the prophet said later, his people will look to the words of Yah again, seeking Yah and repent to Yah. And Yah said he will return back to us. See, Yah don't turn back unto us and set his face on us again until we obey, look back to him and seek. And he's promised that in the writings, his people one day in a foreign land going to turn and seek him again. And he said he's going to turn back unto us. This might be a part 2, because I didn't get into the heart of my message to show you all the things I want to show you, to make it so clear to you. I'm trying to get all the information I can in. See right here? He said, and no laws to govern them. See? See, that's how we run our government, by the law. So Yah, see the government. See the government, rulement. We rule by the laws of Yah. See, they gave the Moshe. We are rule our government. See them, to govern them. Or a vision to guide them. See, that's why we only have now, as we get the knowledge of Yah, I'll be able to open our mind to look to what I gave the prophets to guide us. See, the visions that Yah left the prophets. That's what the Father told Daniel. Close the book, Daniel. And later time, they will know this. See, when y'all stop them and for punishment, they're going to be punished for a long time. But it's going to come the time they're going to seek me again. I'm going to open this book up to them so they can see the way and how to come and get back to me, to Yah. Y'all don't give us no new vision. We got to look back to what he has given that was closed for upon a time. He said later time they're going to know this. Go here today, I said in the book. Brothers and sisters, we read here. How far I'm going to go with this right here? So down on the 14th. Okay, excuse me. It said, and see, they got the elder, but it's the Zay Quinn, the leaders. I'm trying to get my phone can to focus back in. Please focus back in. I'm talking to the phone, but they're going to focus. They got an automatic zoom. It's built in. Whenever they decide to zoom back in. So some reason why it's taking a delay. Because I'm looking through the monitor 2 days ago. It said the Zay Quinn, the leaders of Yah Shalom, sat upon the ground in silence, clothed in sackcloth. That's how they were doing their custom at the time. And they threw dust upon their heads in sorrow and despair. See, a man that wrote this witness all this. And the virgins of Yah Shalom hang their heads in shame. I have cried until the tears no longer come. My heart is broken. My spirit poured out as I see what occurring. See, they got happened, but occurring to my people. Little children and tiny babies are fainting and dying in the streets. Mama, mama, we want food, they cried. Then collapsed upon their mother's shrunken breast. You see that? See where the babies were getting their food at one time? The little children from the mama breast. That a lot of people walking around with bottles. But that's how they was getting at one time. See, the mother was fed wonderfully until the curses came upon them. The drought, the famine came. The siege of our nation is that their lives ebbed away like those wounded in battle. All the world has there ever been, it says, in all the world has there ever been such sorrow. See, that was the greatest time of our trouble. You know, we have great times now, but that was the greatest in the beginning of our sorrows. This man witnessed. He said, "Oh, Yashalom, what can I compare your anguish to? How can I comfort you? For your wound is deep as the sea, who can heal you? Your prophets have said so many foolish things." You see that? False to the core. They have not tried to hold you back from slavery by pointing out your sins. They lied and said all is well. You see that what the prophets done? If the prophet didn't lie. See, but they should have shut their mouths. They didn't have no vision from y'all, but they lied. He said, "And all who pass by scoff and shake their heads and say, to this city called most beautiful in all the world, joy of all the earth, all your enemies deride you. They hiss and grind their teeth and say, we have destroyed her at last. Long have we waited for this hour, and it is finally here. With our own eyes, we have seen her fall." You see that? This man witnessed all of these things that were said and done. But it is Yah who did it, just as he has warned. See, he said the people said this other nation, but this is what this man said, but it was Yah who allowed this to be. See, who did it. See, but the people going to think they had the power to do it, but but it is Yah who did it. Just as he has warned them. See, he warned them, but they would not listen to the true prophets of Yah. He has fulfilled the promise of doom he made so long ago. He has destroyed Yashalom without mercy and caused her enemies to rejoice over her and boast their power. See, now they boasting their power, their God. Oh, our God is mighty than Yah. Let me keep reading. Then the people wept before Yah. O wall of Yashalom, let tears fall down upon you like a river. Give yourselves to rest from weeping day or night. Give yourself no rest from weeping day or night. That's what they were saying. How far I'm going down with this? And then the people wept before Yah, O walls of Yashalom. Let tears fall down upon you like a river. Give yourself no rest from weeping day and night. But all these people died. It said, rise in the night and cry to your Barah. Pour out your hearts like the water to Yah. Lift up your hands to him. Plead for your children as they faint with hunger in the streets. See, all these things, Yah removed his mercy. He gave them no prophetic vision, brothers and sisters. When he put the hammer on them, brothers and sisters. Let me go to, I'm in there with Lamentations, so much dead. It's so deep, brothers and sisters. That this man that witnessed all of these things that came upon our nation. You see, and the writings of Yeremiah is so similar to it. That's why people think Lamentation is Yeremiah. But it was the time of someone wrote this during the time period of the destruction of the last temple. But this writing, we're going to Yeremiah writings right here. See, so y'all stop this. He stopped the division of the prophets during that time period, brothers and sisters. I'm going to show you when I get to the prophet book. If I don't get to it, this video is going to be in the next one concerning Yael. I'm going to show you when the Father is going to read and state the prophecies again of our people when we return home. So right here, brothers and sisters, let me cover this. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 9, I'm going to get into and cover the rest of the chapter all the way out. That's very important dealing with, because he talked much about the false prophets. You see, because the false prophets, they kept the people of Yah into sin. They kept lying. Verse 9 right here, it said in chapter 23 of Jeremiah that they call Jeremiah. So right here it says, and my heart is broken for the false prophets, full of deceit, see, lying. I wait with fear and stagger, as a drunkard does from wine, because of the awful fate awaiting them. For where all has decreed, they got a hold of it, it's a Kodesh words of judgment against them. See, the false prophets. For the land is full of adultery, and curse of Bara is on it. See? And the land itself is mourning, and the pastures are dried up, for the prophets do evil, and their power is used wrongly. See, authority is used wrongly, and the priests are like the prophets. Unrighteously, they got ungodly, but it's unrighteously, because see, they're not acting according to the words of Yah. They're walking in their own way. Wicked, see, it's a wicked men have seen their despicable acts right here in my own temple. See what he call it, footstool. Says Yah. Therefore, their paths will be dark and slippery. They will be chased down dark and treacherous trails and fall. See, this is Yah's judgment against them, the prophet and the priest of that time. For I will bring evil upon them, and see to it when their time has come, that they pay their penalty in full for all of their sins. See? So it's a sin. It's sins for lying, brothers and sisters. Saying Yah sent you, Yah gave you this vision against this brother, that brother, against this, that. Yah judgment is against you, y'all modern day false prophets. I'm showing you this now what took place to the old prophet that died. False prophets. He said, I knew the prophets of Samaria were unbelievable evil, for they prophesied by Baal and led my people of Yasharelah into sin. You see that? But he told but the prophets, see, I'm going to get into, in case my video cut off, and I had to do another one. The prophets of Yah were prophesied by the name of Yah. That's even worse. To use Yah, to proclaim Yah's name and say, and Yah didn't give you nothing, and say, Yah said this against you, brother or sister, but lying. See right here, it said, and led my people of Yasha into sin. But the prophets of Yasha alone are even worse. The things they do are horrible. They commit adultery and love dishonesty. They encourage and compliment those who are doing evil, instead of turning them back from their sins. These prophets are as thoroughly deprived as the men of Sodom and Gomorrah were. See, even worse. This is the ones of Sodom and Gomorrah. It said, therefore, Yah of hosts say, I will feed them with the bitterness and give them poison to drink. For it is because of them the wickedness filled this land. You see that? Now, because of the false prophets. See, the false prophet is the one that put the stuff in the minds of the priests and all the people to turn and do evil against Yah. See right here? It said, for it is because of them that the wickedness filled this land. This is my warning to my people, says Yah of hosts. Don't listen to the false prophets when they prophesy to you. See, don't listen to them. Fill you with fruit to hopes. They are making up everything they say. They do not speak for me. They keep saying to these rebels who despise me, don't worry, all is well. See, saying to the ones that despise you already, tell them don't worry, everything will be well. To those who live in the way that they want to, see. And Yah has said you shall have peace, see. That was what they were telling these people, living in the kind of way they want to. Oh, you have peace, don't worry. But can you name even one of the prophets who lives close enough to Barah to hear what he is saying? Has even one of these cared enough to listen? See, Yah is sending a furious whirlwind to sweep away the wicked men. See, all the prophets and priests, and terrible anger of Yah will not abate. See, will not stop until it has carried out the full penalty he has decreed against them. Later, when Yashalom has fallen, you will see what I mean. See, y'all don't play, brothers and sisters. How far I'm going to go? And I have not sent thee prophets, yet they claim to speak for me. I gave them no message, yet they say their words are mine. If they were mine, they will try to turn my people from the evil ways. Am I a Barah who is only in one place and cannot see? Right here, they're probably saying, am I a Elohim or idol that is only in one place and cannot see what they are doing? Can anyone hide from me? Am I not everywhere in all the heavens and the earth? I said, listen to the dreams I had from Barah last night, they say. See, these are all the false prophets. I had a dream last night, and they tell you to listen. And then they proceed to lie in my name. See, they use Yah's name. They're going to proceed to lie in the name of Yah. That's what our people done in the past. And the modern day ones doing the same thing. How long will this continue? If they are prophets of deceit. You see that? He said, if they are prophets of deceit, inventing everything they say. By telling these false dreams, they are trying to get my people to forget me in the same way as their fathers did, who turned away to the idols of Baal. You see that? It said, let the false prophets tell their dreams, and let the true messengers faithfully proclaim my every word. It said, there's a difference between the chaff and the wheat. Does not my word burn like a fire? Asked Yah. Is it not like a mighty hammer that smashed the rocks and the pieces? So stand against these prophets who get their message from each other, these smooth-tongued prophets who say this message is from Barah. And their made-up dreams are flabber lies that lay